Okay. Are we going? Are we finally going? Yes! Finally. Sorry about that. Oh no, hang on. Oh no, it's still not working. Oh my god. I don't know why this isn't working. I'm having internet trouble. First Farage breaks Britain, then he breaks the internet. Yes, indeed he does. Oh, no, it looks like it's coming on. It looks like it's working. Yes, it's working. Okay, hello. Right, welcome to the show. Subscribe to join the chat. He hasn't started doing his speech yet, so don't worry about that. Really quickly, because this is going to be the third time I've said this, I think he's going to resign as an MP today to avoid scrutiny, but he's not going to resign as the leader of REFUC, because what he can do is then lay low for the next 3 years, sniping from the sidelines, and then run as an MP in 2029. If his party wins, then he can change the rules to say that you can get money from anyone, anywhere in the world, no matter how crooked they are and how evil they are. It is working. We can see you, Graham. Oh, thank God for that. Thanks to Lance. Yeah, like I say, if you want to join the chat for this, hit the subscribe button. I've got the watch party feed here, just waiting to go, but it's on the BBC at the moment. So in the meantime, hello. I'm glad you can finally see me. I think we had a cross stream there or something. Hello, folks. Goodbye, Frogface. Yeah, I do think he's going to resign as an MP. I'd be surprised if he doesn't resign as MP at this point, because he's obviously getting a bit shirty. But him being this this horrible little right wing bollock-faced foghorn of ignorance is very, very lucrative. And he likes money. He likes lots of money. He has very expensive taste. This is a guy who travels around in a private jet, in helicopters. He doesn't want to live like the rest of us. He doesn't want to have to do the dishes, put the bins out, feed the cat. He's got people to do that. He's got people to do all that sort of stuff. Bin face for Clacton. I hope it's good news. One of the worst weeks of my life. Yeah, Liam, I'm hoping something good news. And Hidden Knight says, here's how we croaks it live. Tell us what you really think, Hidden Knight. But yeah, so sorry about the technical problems. I've been sitting here since I kept thinking that I was actually streaming, because it was coming up like everything was rolling, but I couldn't see this. I couldn't see YouTube, so I wasn't looking to see if it was going through. I was just assuming that it was. We're gonna get some popcorn out, I think. But yes, this is going to be, what is the fourth time he's resigned? Yeah, so he's probably going to stand at the next election, hoping to be Prime Minister. So then you can change all the rules to say that you can take as much money as you like from whoever you like anywhere in the world, because he's an absolute crook. Nigel Farage is a total and utter crook. And if you don't think he's a crook, then you're either a millionaire or a dickhead. And there's an easy way to find out whether you're a millionaire or a dickhead. Just check your bank balance. And if you're not a millionaire, then you're definitely a dickhead. I think YouTube might ban me if I say what I really think. Well, I mean, croaking it is appropriate, because he is a fucking frog man, isn't he? He's been a grifter since he was a tadpole. Was it Attila D6 that put that in the other day? Thanks, Attila. It's great line there. But yeah, so we've got commentary coming in. Yeah. I think Labour would have difficulty if Farage steps down as an MP, pushes before he's shoved. No, pisses off before he's shoved. Quits, leaves, pisses off, goes away. Jumps, that's the word. Jumps before he is pushed. And then he can continue on being the leader of the party outside of the scrutiny of Westminster. Yeah, which is, I mean, it's not exactly like Zach Polanski, but don't forget, Zach Polanski is not an MP. He's the leader of the Greens, but he's not an MP. He's probably not even resigning. He's just whining about a press stitch-up. Yeah, that is also an option here. That might happen. He might just be having a whine. I've had some shit news today from France, as Alexa is saying. Paris court clears way for Marine Le Pen to presidential election run, but under conditions she rejects, campaigning with a what's it called? What's that bastard thing? An electronic tag around his thing is. I don't understand this. Oh, Okay, so that's library image. Sorry. I was listening going, I'm not hearing what he's saying here. And it's because they were talking over the top. Yeah, she's going to have to wear an electronic tag because she's a criminal, because she's a disgusting, evil criminal who does disgusting, evil, criminal things. And she stole 3 million euros from the European taxpayers. Can't say, no, it's he's not talking. It's just they're doing some library pictures of him. Oh, not in the field. No, it's not him yet. They're just showing some footage of him talking in the past. Horrible Farage loves being dramatic. He does. So does Boris Johnson. There are all these horrible little rich boys. Boris Johnson as well. He left, didn't he? Parliament. He just pissed off, waltzed into the distance. All of his crimes that he committed while in power, but seemingly forgiven instantly. But yes. Yeah. But we're talking about Marine Le Pen. Let's be clear, she could run for president. She said that she won't, but these people are all horse-faced liars, aren't they? So they probably will. She probably will. This is going to be the most watched resignation since Edward the 8th. I think anyone watched that on the telly or the internet. Simon, Partygate 2.0. Well, someone said that the association with Posh George and the crypto criminal Posh George and Farage is very similar in many ways to the relationship between Starmer and Mandelson. In that it's going to bring him down. The TV's gone off. That's not good. That's not a good sign, is it? Fart Fudge couldn't really politically survive resigning, could he? Yeah, I think he could. Yeah, I think he can survive anything. He's like a cockroach. He'll survive a nuclear annihilation and still crawl out from the debris and announce himself king of the ashes. But he's going to say it's all a political stitch up. He's getting out because it's a stitch up and everyone's out to get him, and he's going to come. He's going to be an outsider again, and he's going to be outside the establishment because the establishment won't have him. They wouldn't even give him a Coots bank account until he made a big song and dance about it in every single major newspaper publication in the country. It's shit. Even the TV has rejected Farage. Yeah, it does have. It seems to have done that, doesn't it? Something went wrong while playing this program. Yeah, a bit annoying. And over on the feed, it's now just saying that he's going to give a statement. I suppose it's been delayed. Has it been delayed? I don't know. Doesn't seem to be giving a statement at the moment. And the TV's just said something's gone wrong. It's very windy here. Maybe it's because it's so windy that's happened. I don't know. All right, I'll see you later. Yeah. No worries.
See you later. Fingers crossed for the speech.
Yeah, fingers crossed he goes away forever. So yeah. Sorry, Kat's got to go out, do the school run. The school run that I normally do, but she's gonna do it today because Farage just says he's gonna give a speech, which, well, according to the BBC, I don't know if this is still live. Big thunderstorm threatened, so speech delayed. What? He's on. Make up your minds. Is there a big thunderstorm or is he on? Perhaps he's chickened out. Just started on BBC News. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, here we go. Gobshite.
After several years out of politics, I decided to return to the front line. I have to say, there was some reluctance, and initially I'd thought when Rishi Sunak called a snap election that it would be beyond me. But I did it, and I was very, very proud. That evening, going into the morning of July the 5th, 2024, to be the elected member for Clacton-on-Sea.
Member being the operative word.
And I have to say, the last 2 years, I've really enjoyed the job of being an MP. The people, the constituency, it's an office that I genuinely adore.
So make it a little bit more palpable for you.
I couldn't believe that night that we'd have rocketed to the top of the opinion polls, and now we've been number one for the last 350 opinion polls in a row, often with big leads. We've also built the biggest membership of any political party in the country. And of course, on May the 7th, just gone, we achieved some huge successes in the local elections. not only did we achieve breakthroughs in Scotland and in Wales, but we absolutely dominated in the Midlands and the North, the old
He's on
Labour
maximum.
heartlands.
He's on
And that
maximum.
is why Keir Starmer is now on his way out. Not to forget that in East Anglia, the Conservatives have now, by us, been reduced to nothing more than a rump. It seems to me that the
You are a
establishment have now
rump.
decided
Establishment.
that they can't beat us fairly,
Oh, okay.
so they've chosen to
Yeah.
use foul means.
Oh, foul
Let me
means.
be
What, like
absolutely
stealing money
clear.
off people?
After the furore
And not declaring
media
it.
pile-on, well, not just the media, the other political parties too. Let me be absolutely clear. I have done nothing wrong. I have not broken
Yes, you have.
the law.
Yes, you
in
have.
any way at all.
Yeah, you
I
had
have
a,
not
yeah, you took
misused
5 million off
public
a
money.
crypto bro, and
you
then
know,
had a meeting
for
with the Bank of
first
England
2
to say they
years
shouldn't mess
of
around.
being an MP, my personal MP expenses are zero. Not, of course, that you'll read about that in mainstream media. And yes, of course, Parliament has its rules about how members ought to behave. And I believe I've absolutely obeyed those rules and done so under getting good legal advice. The standard rules are clear. This is what they say. The code applies
Pick it on
to
me.
members in all aspects of their public life. It does not seek to regulate what members do in their purely personal lives.
What do you mean, purely personal lives? You had a
No, it would
meeting with
seem
the
from the
governor of
last
the Bank
couple
of
of
England.
years,
You had a
from the
meeting with the
pieces,
governor of the
that
Bank of
perhaps
England.
rather, our members of Parliament
Was
have
that just a personal
no
thing?
assets and
Meeting with
no
the
wealth
governor of the Bank
at
of
all.
England.
They seem to fundamentally object to any MP that has outside income. Indeed, they view those that have continuing business interests with severe scepticism. Making money is not a crime.
What?
Now, going back to the 90s, I was in the commodity markets. I had a very, very good, high-earning career. I gave that up at
Oh,
a
did you?
huge cost.
Huge
Being
cost.
a member of the European Parliament.
You've been
for
given
20 years
£27 million
cost me
by
a
your
huge
fucking crooked
amount
mates.
of money, but I did it because I had a goal.
The goal
I had a
to make
goal
yourself
and a
really
belief
rich.
that we should leave
to make
the
yourself
European
really
Union,
fucking
get
rich.
back to being a self-regulating nation that makes its own laws, charts its
Blah,
own
blah,
destiny,
fucking blah.
and among other things, of course,
Full of shit, yeah.
controls its own borders.
Cunts!
We might not yet, 10 years on, have reaped as many of the benefits as we ought, but one day I believe we will. And let's be frank, if I hadn't done what I'd done, there would have been no referendum,
Yes.
there would have been no Brexit.
Yes, you're a fucking
I
scumbag.
came out at the end of that with very little money indeed.
Oh,
But
poor
over the
you
last
couldn't
10
even have a
years,
Cooch bank
I've been
account.
writing, I've been lecturing.
Couldn't even
I've been
give a
broadcasting,
bank
I've been investing,
account. Oh,
I've
you won't
promoted
give me a
one or
expensive
two
bank
financial
account.
products, and for those that
Why can't
followed
you
me
have
into
an
them,
expensive bank
they've
account?
more than doubled their money, which I'm pleased about. I also worked extensively in those years
Yeah,
of
up the bar.
2021 to 2024 as
On
an
Cameo.
influencer with over 7
Cameo.
million followers
Cameo.
on social media.
Cameo.
So yes, over the last 10
80
years,
quid.
I have financially
Up the bar.
done well. But that of itself should not be looked upon as a crime.
What, he's claimed
And yes, I had the equivalent
£161,000
of a
in
lottery win.
expenses.
A large
Fucking liar.
personal
Everything this man
gift.
says is a
Well,
fucking
I'll come
liar.
to that and the details of that in just a second.
A large personal
The
guilt.
really big question that I want to pose
Fuck off.
is, do we want leaders that know how to make money? Do we
What?
want leaders that have run
What?
businesses, employed
Know how to
people,
make money
and
by having
understand
rich
how
mates
the
that you went to
world
school with?
works?
Fuck
Well,
off.
I'm going to argue today, we absolutely need successful people from all walks of life, but particularly in
Okay,
business
how come
and
everyone
industry.
you
We need them
associate
in
with is a
Parliament.
Nepo
We need
baby?
them in government if we're even going to have half a chance of turning around the
Fucking-
dire economic
fucking-
state this
Fucking
country
pity
now finds
pity
itself in.
party. Swear vouchers
Contrast that
for
with
you.
a
Thank you.
cabinet,
Thank you
24
very
men
much
and
for the
women,
swear vouchers.
Not one of whom has
Appreciate
any
that.
serious experience of private business, who frankly haven't got a
Private
clue.
business. You haven't got any
don't be
experience in
surprised
private
in
business.
economic terms,
Daddy got
we
you
are
a job in
going
the city after
down
you
the
went to a
drain.
posh fucking school.
Now, Standards investigating me over the gift has now reared its head
Yes,
again.
the gift.
As a result
gifts.
of a lot of copy in this week's Sunday Times, incidentally, written by a journalist
Yeah, go
who
on.
publicly says that he despises me.
Yeah, everyone
And
does,
despite
mate.
the fact
'Cause
that
you're a
many of the
cunt.
things that were written
You
in
tried
the
not being a
article
cunt, then
were
not many
wholly
so people
inaccurate
would
or
despise you.
indeed irrelevant, yet another Standards investigation is underway.
Yay!
Standards are now being used as a political
Yeah,
tool.
because we have standards,
gift,
unlike you.
It was given to me on an unconditional basis. I can do with that money
all of them.
exactly
Yeah,
as
unconditional.
I wish.
Not a gift, a grift. And what
But
you
there
wished to
is
do with
a
it
much
was to
bigger
have a
reason
meeting with the
why
governor
we
of
need that
the
money.
Bank of England.
And it's simply this. For over 20 years now,
Yeah, go
I have
on.
been subject to constant
what?
demonisation by
Oh.
the press.
Oh, okay.
Daring
Yeah, oh,
to be
yeah.
outside
Yeah.
the consensual
The
views
Express
on
and the
many
Mail and the
issues
Telegraph
have been
fucking
attacked
hate you,
again
mate.
And again. And I am
Yeah.
the most physically and verbally attacked public figure or politician of modern times.
No, you're not.
Yes,
Fucking
you
Joe
will know
Cox
of some
got
of the
killed, you
incidents,
stupid twat.
milkshakes
David Amos
thrown
got
in my
fucking
face,
killed.
Placards
Yeah.
bashed over my head. But let me
Placards
promise you,
bashed over. Yeah, when did
you
that
only
happen?
know about a fraction
Oh,
of
really?
the number of times
Yeah.
that I've been assaulted.
Oh, because you
One little
definitely
example
wouldn't
you've probably
make
never heard
a
of.
fucking
It was
song and
Sunday
dance about
afternoon,
it.
a few years ago in the local village pub.
Oh, right,
In
okay.
come the mob, about
mob?
50 of them.
50
we
of them?
decided the safest thing to do was as quickly as possible to
Right.
get into the car and to drive away. But the mob surrounded the car,
Oh, okay.
banging on the bonnet and the windscreen,
okay, right.
kicking the side of the doors.
Yeah.
It was a genuinely dangerous and terrifying situation.
Oh,
to
did
be
you wet
in.
your pants?
The car was written off.
Have you tried to
I
not
didn't
be
even
such a
bother
twat?
with an insurance claim.
Oh,
I did everything
and
I
you didn't
could
tell anyone?
not
You didn't
to
tell
make
the
it
media at
public.
all?
But
Do you think
these are
that's
the
the sort
kind
of
of
thing
things
that you
that
would
I've had
tell
to
them?
put up with over many,
Isn't
many
this the sort
years.
of thing that you tell people?
And over the last year, it's got worse.
Oh, has
with
it?
an
Oh.
attack on my home, very similar.
Oh, really?
To the one that the Prime Minister suffered.
Oh, really? Did someone
And
piss for your
literally
letterbox?
daily online calls
Yeah.
for me to be murdered.
Oh,
For some
really?
reason,
What? No.
That doesn't seem to worry the police.
What? That doesn't happen?
Repeatedly,
When does
over
that happen?
the years, I asked the Home Secretary for help.
Looking
I
forward
was
to reading your
rejected
obituary is not the
again
same as
and
wishing
again.
murder on someone.
And in that period, when I wasn't in elected politics, between 2021 and
syphilitic-
2024,
syphilitic
I ran up
fucking gobshite.
personally very, very substantial bills
Blah,
to
blah,
make sure
blah.
that I was safe.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
When I
Done
became
nothing
an
wrong.
MP,
Farage says he's done
Parliament
nothing
said,
wrong.
yes, we will help you with security. But almost unbelievably,
Why are you telling this to us, not the
just
Standards
a couple
Committee?
of days after the murder of Charlie Kirk, 70% of that security funding
Yeah.
was withdrawn.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
I am going to need security for the rest of my life, and I cannot even
What?
tell you how grateful
Why?
I am to Christopher Harborne, because now I will never ever need to worry about whether
Christopher
I've got the
Harborne.
resource.
Yeah, because
Well, the new
you
attack
got all,
from the
you got all
media
that
is that
money
somehow
from
I
Russian
am a
sanctions
crook.
evasion.
I am dishonest. Yet another reason to hate me.
Brilliant! He just said, I am a crook,
Some of
I
those
am
liberals
dishonest.
have
Someone
said,
clip
"Oh,
that.
Look at the interviews Nigel's doing.
I am a crook,
He's not
I am
himself.
dishonest.
He's getting angry.
I am a crook, I am
Here's
dishonest. Oh, that was brilliant.
For some
That was
reason,
brilliant.
The editor of the Times newspaper decided to publish a picture of where my daughter lives.
What?
There is no
Did you
public
buy-
interest.
did you buy
in
your
my
daughter a house?
whatsoever?
Did you
She's
buy your
not
daughter a
involved
house?
in current affairs.
How old is
Doesn't
she?
seek to be involved in current affairs.
she got an
and
EU
has never
passport?
been used by me once at any point in my political
Have-
career.
have you-
no
have-
photographs
have-
on election addresses or anything
Have
like
you
that.
got-
I've
has she got an
always
EU
done my
passport, Nigel?
absolute best
Yeah?
to protect
And make
the
sure she gets an
privacy
EU passport.
and safety
And make sure
of
she's got-
my family. By publishing that photograph, the editor of the Times has directly
What?
threatened her security. I wonder what happened to the Leveson inquiry of years ago, an inquiry that sought to bring better balance
to
between
stop-
what the press could
to
do
stop the press
and families
from
of those
going on and on about
in
how
public
great you are.
life.
Yeah.
Worse still, she now has broadcasters
Yeah.
haranguing her.
Oh, really?
Sky
Haranguing her?
News were one
Yeah.
of them, and when I questioned them on it, they willfully and deliberately lied.
No, they
and
said they didn't do it.
on their channel
Yeah.
that they hadn't contacted the family. Well, let me be clear.
She's a grown-up daughter, and
I
you've
will
bought a
not
fucking house
tolerate
for you. I think it's kind of
intimidation my
relevant.
family. I will
Why
not
is it
tolerate
intimidation?
The location of where they live being revealed.
Oh, okay.
I will not tolerate
Okay, go on then.
any of my family.
You did
being
say,
endangered
I am a crook,
because of
I
what
am
choose
dishonest.
to do
You just said
in
that out
public
loud.
life.
Who added that to
So
his
yes,
script?
you can ask, am I angry? But
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never been angrier in my life.
Fuck
I'm
off.
also pretty upset
Are
with the
you?
behaviour of this Labour government.
Is your
They
daughter
began
5 or
in
something? Is that why she's
2025,
got her own house at
and
the
then
age of
tried
5?
Again into 2026
What?
to cancel elections for taxpayers. And to do so.
To
on a
cancel
vast and
elections
epic
so
scale,
taxpayers wouldn't be
albeit
paying out
with the
millions of
connivance
pounds
of the Conservative
for a
Party.
pointless
Why?
fucking
Well, of
election
course,
for people to be in place
fear
for 1
of
year who don't
reform.
know what
I'm
they're
proud of the
doing
fact
and then
that
have
before the
another
legal
election
action
in just a
that
few
got
months'
nearly
time.
5 million council tax voters the right to go out on May the 7th.
Council
and
tax
give their
voters,
view.
that's not even a thing.
Now, of course, they want to reduce
Council
the
tax
voting
voters?
age down to 16.
That's council tax payers.
Again, they think that will help damage reform. And just a couple of weeks ago,
Yes, it will, because
following
most of the people who vote for you are
they
dead
changed
old.
the voting rules for the Manchester mayoral by-election.
Oh.
They've gone away from first past the post,
Yep.
again, for fear
To ranked
that
voting,
reform might win.
which is what we used to have.
And now they've come after our money.
Our
Now, to
money.
be clear,
Our money.
in the early days after the last general election, it was the huge increase in our membership at £25 a time
Oh, yeah?
that actually got us into a position where
Yeah.
we could build a proper
Didn't even need the money from
party.
Crystal Harbour, did
Over
you?
the last year, some big donors have been
Get on with it, you
attracted to us.
twat.
Extraordinary. These are men who've gone off as entrepreneurs around the world and succeeded. The sort of people we
Got
used
off
to
around the
admire
world and
over
succeeded
centuries.
at laundering money for the fucking Russians.
As malign
Fuck off,
actors.
Nigel Farage,
And so
you
they
piece of
keep
shit.
Changing all the rules again
Went
and
off and made
again
loads of money.
just
Yeah,
to
trying to
stop
sell
reform.
drugs to fucking
Frankly,
no, trying to
it is like
launder
living
money
in a
for drug
communist
dealers.
country. I could
Laundering
never
money
believe
for drug dealers.
such a thing
Laundering
would happen
money
here.
for fucking
Ignore
drug
the fact,
dealers.
Of course, that over decades,
Only he didn't know they were police
donors,
officers.
and that Labour's donors in the run-up to the
Blah,
2024
blah,
general
blah.
election now seem to have been awarded
Fuck off.
the most extraordinary government contracts. Perhaps
really?
Dominic Cummings was right last year when he said Whitehall will break the law to stop reform winning power. And we've been subject in the last few
What?
months to the use of
Dominic Cummings,
illegally
fellow
obtained
private
information,
school mafia.
firm evidence of computer hacking, and now leaks from government agencies.
Leaks, right, okay.
And this is all, of course, a great distraction. Because
never
we're
any
about to
government-
get a
there's
Prime
n-
Minister
there's
who's
never any
coming in
leaks.
with no mandate whatsoever. He didn't even stand on the 2024 manifesto.
He did.
This
He stood
country
in the by-election
needs
saying
a
he would keep
general
to the
election,
keep
even if
to that
Labour
manifesto.
and Conservatives
No, he
and
said
media
that,
don't
and he
want
won
it.
in Makerfield. You
And while this
lost.
pile-on against reform
You
happens,
massively
the
lost by
votes
nearly 10,000
continue to
votes.
Cross the English Channel.
What?
Our fractured defences.
No,
make us look weaker
hardly
and
anyone's
weaker
coming over now. Have you not
against what I
noticed?
think is now
Immigration's
an
right
increasingly
down.
Dangerous Vladimir
No.
Putin.
What?
Business
Vladimir Putin,
confidence is the lowest
is
it's
that
now
the same
been
politician that
for
you
60
admire the
years,
most,
and I speak to you
Nigel?
from a
Go
capital
fuck
city
yourself.
Where men can't wear watches and women can't wear jewellery on the street.
What?
Britain is broken.
What are you
and
talking about? The
public
streets are
know it.
safer than they've
And
ever
we
been in my
need change.
lifetime, you piece of
Now,
shit.
the issue with my
No
daughter
thanks
was
for
the
you.
final straw.
Oh, good.
Enough is
Yeah.
enough.
Good.
I thought over
Resign.
the weekend, what shall I do?
Go and fucking resign.
I could go out and try and make some real big money. I could
What?
go to the USA, where I've got
Yeah, go on.
plenty of
Go on.
offers.
Go on. Go on then.
And then I thought, why should I be judged? Today, or in history in the future,
Right, fine.
by Sky News and their ilk?
No, you'll be
Why
judged
should
by
they be
the Standards
people
Committee, I think.
that decide my fate.
What, the Standards
when, as
Committee?
I repeat, I've done nothing wrong.
You have? You took money from crooks
I
from
thought
around the
about it
world?
hard, and I've decided today I will resign as a member of Parliament.
Told you.
Clacton-on-Sea,
But he's not going to resign.
thereby
Here we go.
forcing
Here you go.
A by-election.
He's not going to
Which will
resign.
happen, I hope, in short
Say,
order.
say you're not going to resign as
No, I've decided
leader
that the
of
people of
Refuck.
Clacton should be the judges of my actions. This will be a people versus the establishment
People
by-election.
versus the establishment.
It's a chance
Okay.
to stick two fingers up to the entire establishment.
What?
To
Okay.
frankly tell
Yeah,
them
paint yourself
where
as an
to
anti-establishment
go. And that is
figure.
why I will be putting my name forward to stand
for
in this
fuck's sake.
by-election. I will fight to win.
Oh
I
my
will fight
God.
To continue the
What
political
a
revolution
fucking arsehole.
that reform has
I'm going to
started.
resign and then I'm
I
going
say
to
this
I'm going
to
to
you
run
voters of
again.
Clacton. If I win, you win.
Oh,
Because
okay.
if I lose,
if
they
you
win.
win lots of money,
And
they're
we
going to
will
get
never,
nothing.
with the two old parties, get the type of fundamental change that we need to fix
What a piece of
broken
shit.
Britain.
You are the cause of broken Britain. You broke Britain. You absolute
Nigel
piece of
Farage
shit.
there on
Oh, and there's a like a nice little look at this. Yeah, this is the same man who criticised Andy Burnham for not taking questions at a press conference last week. Not in press conference, it was just a statement. He still made a statement and then fucked off. So that was obviously pictures from Reform UK. So they've sent that. They've sent that to them. So there you go. Nigel Farage has resigned as an MP and he's going to run again in Clacton. Like that gives him a mandate or something. Does that reset the clock on the Standards Committee? Because you still got to declare your income from 12 months before you're an MP. So I don't know how this works now. They have this fucking, thing in Clacton. He'll get loads more money off his sponsors, all his dickhead supporters from around the country. Give him loads more money. He'll feather his nest. What a piece of shit. Although the best part of that is, and please someone clip this up, I am a crook, I am dishonest. He said that out of his face, and we need to clip that up, and we need to use it every time someone puts some pro-refuck nonsense on. So yeah, he's not resigning as the leader of Refuck, as I predicted, and he's also he's going to run again. He's going to run again. I thought that he might do this for 2029, but apparently he's going to do it now straight away. Milkshakes at the ready, just hogging the media once again. Oh, I hate him, says Super Missionary. I hate him too. I'm going to cost the taxpayer more money. Hope the other parties decide upon a candidate to stand behind, with the rest being tokens. Yeah, I hope everyone just gets behind the Tory candidate. The Tories are the only ones who are going to win in Clacton. It's a bit of it's one of those places. Do you know what I mean? So resigning just to stand for the same job. Lol, such a piece of shit. Yeah, says he's resigning as an MP, and we forced the by-election, and he says it will be people versus the establishment by-election. He is the establishment. He is the establishment. He's going but coming back. Oh damn, I hate it when you just think I'll just type something really quickly and then you press the R button instead of the T. Yeah, so it's yeah, grim tidings from Nigel Farage as always. We got a little bit of hope there because he said he was resigning as an MP, but he says it's going to come straight back. So what we're going to hear about the next few weeks is Nigel fucking Farage and his own brand of fucking absolute gobshites. But the I think if Farage resigns and then he's going to stand in the election. I've got a message here from Kat saying, "Oh my God, I am the most physically and verbally attacked public figure or politician of modern times. Has he forgotten that 2 MPs have actually been killed since his crusade against the EU started?" Yeah, Kat, couldn't agree more, my love. But yeah, he is just a piece of shit. Let's book an influencers base in Clacton, says Mike Dix. Well, this is it, friends. All hands on deck now. We have to make sure that, I'm sorry, Ant, you're going to have to stand aside for this one. Maybe you can watch from the corner. All hands on deck. We need to get Nigel Farage not to win this fucking election. We need him to be humiliated. We need him to be absolutely humiliated in Clacton. It's going to be very difficult because the people in Clacton are a bit, but I don't know, maybe we could offer them some money or something. I don't know. They'd like that. Gongs, the type of people who would like to get, I don't know, pictures of Spitfires on coins or something. Everyone gets a special Spitfire coin, a special medal, a special Spitfire medal that they can wear out and about. That's what they should do. Best thing to put on the stage at that by-election, says Shouty. I think in the by-election, the other parties are going to have to just not put much effort into it and just leave it to the Tories and not split the anti-Farage vote. But he's sending out that I hate the fact that he says he's not the establishment. Nigel Farage says he's not the establishment. Let me be very clear here. He went to a really, really expensive private school. He then worked as a trader in the City of London. He then went into politics, and because he couldn't get enough votes to be elected in our parliament, he decided to get himself elected into the European Parliament, something for which quite, substantially fewer people would actually bother voting for. He is a multi-millionaire. He has a Coutts bank account. He hangs around with the President of the United States of America. He is a member of gentlemen's clubs all over fucking London. He flies everywhere on private jets and on private helicopters. That man has never taken his own bins out. He has never done the dishes. He has never gone to a supermarket and done the weekly shopping. He wouldn't know how to do that. He has never wired a plug. He has never put in a light bulb. He has never fixed the fucking washing machine. This is a man who has never probably buttered his own toast. He's had someone to do it for him all his fucking life. And for him to turn around at this point and say, "Oh, not the establishment, they are," as in talking to me, talking to you, calling us the establishment, when we don't have 5 houses, do we? One of them's worth £1.9 million. It's why I'm going to go against the establishment. People like you, people like me, we're the establishment as far as he's concerned. What a piece of shit. What an absolute piece of human detritus. What a ball-faced, bollock-headed fucking foghorn of bullshit. He is one of the most disgusting human beings ever spawned on this rock. He has caused more division in this country than any other human being since the motherfucking Civil War. He has pitted neighbour against neighbour. He has made fathers and sons, mothers, daughters cut ties. He has split up families across Europe, across the world. People who work together at each other's throats, people defending each other, blocking each other on Facebook, old school friends. He has destroyed friendships. He has destroyed relationships. He has destroyed communities. And then he has the fucking brass neck to turn around and say to us that we're the establishment. I have 2 little fucking words for you, Nigel fucking Farage. The 2 words are, fuck you. Gobshite. The milkshaked Messiah. Thank you very much. Chat to us. 20 quid super chat. Cheers. Cheers. What a piece of shit. What an absolute piece of shit. Restore, Reform and Tories fighting over Clacton. Delicious. Yeah. Farage is the reason the UK has tribalism. Yes. Hopefully we may be in jail by Sunday. I'd like it if he was in jail. Again, his behaviour is serious. Criminal charges and a court summons for espionage or something similar would force a grovelling forced quit. I do think that he should be done. I think he should be done on criminal charges. Here's what we know. We know that he took £5 million from a crypto billionaire who makes his money by laundering Russian rubles. Russian rubles are currently under sanction. Russian companies and individuals are supposed to be under sanctions. And to avoid those sanctions, they put their money into crypto. And the owner of one of the biggest stablecoins in the world, Tether, is Christopher Harborn. He was given $5 million by this guy and didn't declare it, didn't tell anyone. It was a secretive thing. Farage then had a meeting with the governor of the Bank of England to plead on behalf of crypto. I'm sorry. I am fucking sorry. If that was any other commodity, any other, Cadbury's, if Cadbury's, turn out Cadbury's gave Nigel Farage £5 million to go and talk to the food minister to get Cadbury's a special discount on selling their chocolate in this country or whatever. That would be a quid pro quo. It would be bribery. It would be misconduct in public office. That should come with a 10-year prison sentence on the back of the fact that he took the money from someone who made the money for helping people evade Russian sanctions. The other guy, Gorgeous George, what is he? He's not a sugar daddy. He's too young. He's the sugar spawn. The sugar spawn of Nigel Farage, George Cottrell. He made his money through gambling on crypto or anything. He liked gambling with other people's money. And he's there in America trying to launder money for who he thinks are drug dealers. Drug dealers, my friends. Drug dealers. Drug dealers. Do you know how much drugs fucked our communities in the 80s and 90s? Do you remember? Because I fucking remember. I really fucking remember. Mostly because my fucking neighbour burnt 3 people alive, and the guy who lived opposite us, but he was Curtis Warren's right-hand man. He was the guy who brought all the weapons into our city. I mean, my mate's brother got fucking shot with one of those weapons that he brought into the fucking city. It was all fueled and paid for by drugs. And then this privately educated Malvern cunt, that George Cottrell, is sitting there going, yeah, I'm going to go to America and launder money for the drug cartels. I wish it had been a fucking drug cartel and not the police. Fuck me, could you imagine that? He wouldn't be donating anything to anyone. Except maybe his fucking, what's left of his internal organs. Strange in English lyricist, he's destroyed nothing in my life. He gave me the ability to validly cut off some horrific, abusive people who've never shown any empathy or ability to act normally. Yeah, who's going to pay for this by-election? Farage should pay the bill for the selfish by-election. Yeah, we cannot be like the Democrats and just move on when Trump term ends and just move on like we did with Boris. Hold them accountable, especially for the violence and the death. Yeah, yeah. He thinks that if he resigns, any investigation will be dropped. Oh, how wrong he is. Well, I don't know what the procedure is. But yeah, I just, you know, it's talking about how he's put upon by the press. Are you fucking kidding me? Did you see how they went after Keir Starmer? Did you see how they went after the previous leader of Labour? Did you see how they went after Ed Miliband? Went after his dead dad? Went after him for eating a bacon butty in a weird way? Oh, they put a picture. They took a picture of my daughter's house. Where's this? Where's this? Is this going to have a Streisand effect? Farage, daughter, house. The Times did not, in fact, publish Farage's family address. So yeah. There was a thing about Nigel Farage's £4 million property portfolio. He's managed to build a mortgage-free property portfolio worth more than £4 million over the last decade. So there you go. And there's an illustration of a woodland home. Farage with his daughter Isabel. Oh, fuck off. Is this real? So he posted a picture with his daughter on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. So that happened. Riddle me this, Farage, fog-faced fucker. How does that work then? How does that work? What does that? What? Hang on, something gone wrong here, mate. Something gone very wrong. Let me just show you. This is the article that's on the Times newspaper. And, you know, to protect the identity of his daughter, what he's done. The daughter that he said at length there, didn't he? He was talking about how he never allowed pictures of her to be in the media. Do you remember that? Do you remember he just said that, like, literally fucking 10 minutes ago? He said he's never allowed any pictures of her on the internet. And, you know, she's completely separate from his politics and stuff. Well, you know what? Nigel Farage is a fucking liar, because there he is with his daughter. With his daughter Isabel during his appearance on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. There he is, Nigel Farage, with his daughter, who's completely out of public life. No one knows who she is or what she does. This is the beachfront property that he owns here. Sorry, let me get rid of the fucking face of gob. Shite. The Kent home, a computer-generated image of what it might look like. So they've got some computer-generated images there. They've got the Kent Village property. I'm guessing that's his daughter's then, is it? So that's it. Under the code, MPs are exempt from declaring homes occupied by their family and friends at present. Farage's daughter is living in the property. So that's the property that he doesn't want anyone to know that he bought. Part of his major. I mean, they're not even particularly nice houses, are they? It looks a bit grotty. I don't really like the pebble dash there. But yeah, just stamp duty question, all property recorded, what the neighbours say. So he's freaking out because of this article in the Times, basically calling out all of his many properties, the £4 million property portfolio that he's built. Yeah, but you know, he never says anything about. I bet his daughter's got a fucking European passport. So will Farage be fact checked on this? Will he ever take questions again? So how the campaign behind all the scrutiny he will need to find a map on he'll have to find Clacton on a map. They look like they're worth 2,000 or 200,000. Well, you know, it is just yeah. Bloody hell! Get off the fence, Graham. Sorry, let me get off that thing. Thanks very much for the super chat there, Peter. Yeah, I'll tell you what I really feel. What a piece of shit. What an absolute piece of shit. Fucking out with the little violin going, woe is me, I'm so put upon. They put up pictures of all the property I bought. Ah. So I understand that absolutely nothing has changed except he's trying to change the media's tune. So glad I bothered, said Gallifrey and Wren. He'll say the photo is a fake. Yeah, of course he will. The timing is shit, but hopefully the actual investigation can still proceed without too much issue. Yeah, I mean, he's not been formally investigated by the police, I don't think, but he is. He's being investigated on two different fronts by the Standards Committee, and I hope they keep going. I hope they say, well, no, he was an MP, and he managed to claw his way up as an MP and get all the privileges that come with being an MP, which also includes the names and addresses of everyone who lives in your constituency. Did you know that? Yeah, you get that. You get that. But he did say the words, I am a crook, I am dishonest. Please clip that forever. Please. Mainlining a trapped vein of racist as easy money. As for the claims that the Home Office denied his claim to scrutiny, that's bullshit as well. Yeah, it's all 99% of the stuff he came out with there is absolute bullshit. And I hope he resigns. I hope that Andy Burnham becomes Prime Minister in just under 2 weeks' time. And I hope that England win the fucking World Cup. Fuck it. Do it. Do it all. Do it all. Have a bank holiday Monday. And we can, I don't know. Should we do the milkshaking of Farage? You know, like you burn the guy, right? I reckon on the anniversary of the fraud referendum each year, we should have the milkshaking of the Farage, and basically we all construct images of Farage out of, I don't know, stickle bricks or something, and we throw milkshakes at it. You know, instead of burning the guy, we throw milkshakes at the Farage. I think that'd be really good. I think we should start doing that. Prince Harry's phone hacking case against the Daily Mail is dismissed. Jesus Christ! What the fuck? What? He loses high case against Mail publisher. How does that fucking work? Total judgment over 400 pages, dozens of sections. As part of this, for fuck's sake. Daily Mail publisher rules welcomes ruling as overwhelming victory. Judge says allegations are serious, but refused to make finding on whether unlawful information gathering was widespread. Jesus Christ. They set the bar, don't they, judges? They set the bar. And all judges who get to that level all went to private school. They're all part of the private school mafia. Don't tell me that they're not. But they set their own bars, don't they? And they say, well, in my reading of the law on this, but yes, it's is the summary of it over on the BBC. I think Prince Harry needs to get he needs to do what I did and get a hat. I think you need a hat, lads. Get yourself a hat. Get yourself a nice hat. Never go wrong with a nice hat, you know. What is even happening here? Why is this not working? Why are you not working? No, never mind. Can't get it to work. Anyway, so yeah, it says here the Duke of Sussex and 6 others have lost their High Court privacy case against the publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday. The group, which includes Sir Elton John, Baroness Lawrence, has sued the Associated Newspapers Limited over claims of unlawful information gathering. In his ruling, Mr. Justice Nicklin says allegations are serious and required more convincing evidence before being proven, but the claimants failed to prove allegations of unlawful information gathering. That's really badly written. A month-long trial at the beginning of the year saw Prince Harry give emotional evidence over the articles he complained about and said ANL had made his wife's life an absolute misery. The claimants accused the publisher of grave breaches of privacy. The company consistently denied allegations, describing them as preposterous and saying that the claimants are clutching at straws. Meanwhile, Prince Harry is in London today, attending an event for the Invictus Games. So yeah, that's the latest there. Mr. Justice Nicklin. Let's see what council estate he grew up on. He is an English High Court judge. He was educated at the Tasker Millwood Voluntary Control School. Woo! Okay, well, all right, I'll let him off. That is actually just a normal school. Yeah, it's a normal. He went to a normal school in Wales. In Wales, I think. In Pembrokeshire. Okay, so right, Andrew Married has just said that Farage. Andrew Married has just said that the Farage resignation means that all investigations go away. Thus, he knew he'll lose and done this to press the reset button. Is that do they go away though? I mean, why? He was still an MP. He still used his office to enrich himself. Let's have a look at the polling in Clacton. Clacton constituents. I mean, he must be pretty confident that he can win. If I look at vote climate here, I'll bring this up. You can see. Oh no! Don't show that again. Go away. Don't show it again. What happened in the July 2024 election? What might happen in the next election? 25,000 votes for refuck. I mean, yeah, based on predicted vote shares. That's why he's done it. He knows he's going to win. It makes the investigations go away. What a piece of shit. Just get criminal investigations going. Get a criminal. Just get him arrested. Put him in a box. I don't need to read any physical newspapers. You can really see trust in the media is record low as it is. It's just despicable how the media is going at this point. Couldn't agree more. So basically, the judge has said phone hacking is perfectly acceptable. Yeah, as long as you have overwhelming evidence that it was, and the overwhelming evidence has to be massively overwhelming. Do you think the challenge to MP's second jobs could also persuade them that the grift was up? No, but he's going to become an MP again. He's going to do a big publicity stunt over the summer as this by-election takes place, and he's going to get re-elected, and then everything resets. The man excels at manipulation. Yeah. I never bring my daughter into anything to do with anything, and he's standing there with his daughter on I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. Pine box or box of frogs? I meant, Pretty Kate Machine, I meant like a box, like a cell, like a small cell, a small concrete cell. It smells of piss and pigeons. If he does win the by-election, then when the investigations reopen, I don't see why not. I mean, he'll be an MP again, and he didn't declare what was going. It seems mad that would reset everything. That if he doesn't win, I guess the parliamentary standard things will go away. But if he does win, then why should it go away? So yeah, I've just checked. The investigation isn't simply dropped; it's suspended and restarted if the MP becomes an MP later on. Says Chris. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen, because obviously, if you were the Prime Minister and you were being investigated by the Standards Committee, and then you were like, oh shit, I better call a general election, and then everything goes away. Yeah, that would be great. This is bullshit. He's a fucking criminal and Russian stooge. He shouldn't be in the UK. Yeah. Under the rules of the UK Parliament, if an individual ceases to be a member of Parliament, the Parliamentary Commissioner for Standards will simply suspend the investigation. Suspend it. Yeah. So it can continue on once he's back in. by the looks of things. But yeah, the most put upon man in British politics. Fuck off. No, you're not. Nigel Farage is just such a fucking scumbag. So basically stalling, wasting everyone's time and resources for no reason. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone but his own. Everyone but his own. Anyway, so there you go. That was it. That was Nigel Farage's fucking bullshit. Thank you for joining me for that. Nigel Farage's bullshit. I'll be back at 7:30 this evening for a roundup of the world's news with Ollie Bowler Hatman on Geoscope. We might mention this, but by the looks of things, this is totally expected of Nigel Farage, that he'll find some weaselly way to weasel himself out of his weaselly fucking situations that he weasels himself into and weasels his way out of. The most put upon man, like we didn't have Joe Cox and get murdered and abused constantly. Yeah. I mean, Jesus. But I don't mind the media holding politicians to account. That's what they're supposed to do. But he seems to think that they should give him an easy ride. And if he takes money in secret off foreign crypto billionaires, crypto fascists, crypto arseholes, facilitators of Russian war crimes and drug dealers, hey, let me launder this money for the Russians. Let me launder this money for drug dealers. Yeah. A by-election costs $300,000 to administer. Really? Well, we can't really complain about that too much because Andy Burnham just forced one, didn't he? He should just resign because he won't get away from this. Well, this is the thing. How is he going to run and not answer any questions from what they called the media? Do you know what I mean? Like every time he does something, every time he says something, that wasn't a press conference. That was a video that was presented to the BBC. That was from Refuck. They filmed that themselves and then sent it to the BBC. But someone please clip up that bit where he said, "I am a crook, I am dishonest." Please clip that up and share it with all of your friends, because that's what he is. That's who he is. He is a fucking gobshite, and I hope awful things happen to him. If that makes me a bad person, then so the fuck be it. I don't give a fuck. He is a horrible, horrible man, and the world would be better off if he wasn't in politics or in public life at all. If he dug a hole, jumped in the hole, and stayed in the hole, that would be great. This country feels like it's going the way of the US in some ways, and maybe that's me being cynical, but I'm not exactly hopeful. I can see why you feel that way. Because there are a lot of people who've got a lot of money and they have a lot of control over what happens. And there's a lot of loopholes because it's all gentlemen's agreements. It's all like, just don't upset the apple cart too much. Whereas we need a written constitution that says you can't take £5 million from some dickhead in Thailand and spend that on houses here while meeting with the governor of the Bank of England to discuss crypto. Farage is too much of a centralist twat. Vote restore. Oh my God. Well, so we're going to the last word to what appears to be a Nazi. I mean, fucking hell. You think Farage is too centralist? He must be further right than Hitler. Wow. Anyway, good chaps theory. Yeah, good chap. They're all good chaps. All these privately educated schoolboys like Rupert Lowe and Richard Tice and Nigel Farage and Aaron Banks and Andy Wigmore and Isabel Oakeshott and Dominic Cummings and Boris Johnson and Michael Gove and Jacob Rees-Mogg and all of these fucking good, Robert Jenrick and that Kruger fucker and who's that woman? Who's that? Suella Braverman? Yeah, all of them privately educated. Every single fucking one privately educated. And yet, despite being run by the cast-offs from Brideshead Revisited, the shitly dubbed porn version of Brideshead Revisited, those are the people who've been running our country for centuries. And then one of them goes, "I'm actually going to take on the establishment." Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And then idiots, absolute unhinged special bus idiots who, if we went back to the world that a lot of these morons would like us to go back to, they would be put away. They would be put away in a special home for special people with special needs, if you know what I mean. That's what used to happen. And we were told it was for their own good. And as I get older, I'm beginning to think, actually, no, it was for the good of society. Because if you let too many village idiots meet up and have a big fucking village idiot jamboree on the internet, bad things happen and people suffer. But yeah, restore. Oh my God, Rupert Lowe. Anyway, so anyway, Farage is on his. He's resigned as an MP. Yay! But now he's going to run in Clacton, and he'll probably win. Because he thinks it's going to reset the investigation into him, which hopefully it won't. Hopefully it'll just make them more angry and more pissed off and more likely to try and take him out. Anyway, remember Nigel's completely company thorn in the side acronym is tits. Yeah, bunch of rich tits. Anyway, thanks for the super chats. Thanks for sticking with me. 7:30 tonight for the Geoscope with me and Ollie Bowler Hatman. And if you missed that, I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. bright and breezy for the morning brew. So please join me for that. I've been Graham Hughes. You've been awesome. Give us a like before you go. We always like a like on this channel. And consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to add things to the chat. And hit the bell notification icon, because that means that you get to get a little buzz in your pocket when I'm going to go live. And I try not to make too much of it. Do you know what I mean? It's usually just twice a day, usually. But occasionally, there'll be something that'll happen. We'll have a watch party, and you won't know about it unless you get a little buzz in your pocket. So Graham's doing this. All right? You know what to do. Thank you very much for watching. Hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye. Fuck Nigel Farage!